Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing fine. So today we will be doing your chapter number 5, which is Architecture as Power, Forts and Sacred Places. So in this chapter, see, we have in all the previous 4 chapters, we have learned about uh, all the kings who came to India, who invaded India, who came to India, who ruled India. So now we are going to learn what they did uh, in their architecture, how they flourished their uh, ruling area with the help of architecture, what they gave to the people, what they did for the people. So in this chapter, we are going to study about each and every ruler. So art and architecture are an expression of affluence and power of kings and rulers. So this is very important. Whosoever is going to come, it's mandatory that what he has done for the society is always observed. A vast range of materials, skills, and styles has been used to build a piece of architecture, which includes forts, palaces, havelis, and many other things. Temple, mosque, many other things, garden, waterworks, many examples are written already. So we are going to first study about the monumental architecture in North India during the period 600 to 1200 AD. The Rajput rulers were great patrons of art and architecture, and they were great builders too. So they built in different styles. We have seen a lot of examples in Rajasthan because it has a lot of temples. For example, we have the Sun Temple in Ocean, Panchayatan Temple, Jain temples in Dilwara, which are also in Rajasthan, Mount Abu. They are the best examples of architecture. The temples of Gujarat resembles like the temples of Rajasthan. The Solanki rulers, they have made a beautiful temple over here, and the name of the temple is Somnath Temple. This is the finest example of their time. The rulers of Orissa also had passion for building temples. Several temples they made around Bhubaneswara, Parshuram Temple, Mukeshwar Temple, Rajarani Temple. Then the Lingaraj Temple is a perfect example of temple architecture. The Vishnu Jagannath Temple at Puri is very famous. And the Sun Temple at Konark, which was built in 13th century. They are beautiful temple. I will show you the images of each and every temple. I have made the PPT of all the images. These beautiful, these temples are very beautiful. Wherever you get time, please go and visit these temples. In central India, a large number of temples exist. Keshav Narayana, Matsyendra Nath, these two temples are very famous. In Amar Kantak region, Virateshwara temple in Sorakpur, they are the best examples of temple architecture. Now comes the monuments. What about the monuments architecture in Deccan and South India during 800 to 1200 AD? The Rashtrakutas of Deccan, Pallavas, Cholas, they were great patrons of art and architecture. So Rashtrakuta का जो ruler था Krishna one, he built a very famous rock cut Kailash temple, which is here in Ellora, Maharashtra, in the 9th century. The temple is adorned with sculptures depicting episodes of beautiful Ramayana and Mahabharata. The Rajputas also built the rock cut shrine of Shiva on the island of Elephanta. The rock cut monolithic Ratha temples of Mamlapur was also built by Pallavas. The Cholas made remarkable contribution also because they made beautiful cities. And these cities were adorned with gardens, halls, temples, and palaces. The Bridashwar temple in Tanjore is one of the finest example of the Dravidian style of temples. So there, if we talk about architecture, there were different types of temples. Some had one tomb kind of a thing, then other sculptures were there. Some had height. So these were the different categories of architecture. Now comes this Raja Rajeshwara temple. This was built by Raja Raja one, right, and it was on the height of 94 meters. It was above from the ground. Cholas mastered the art of making images of god and goddesses in stone as well as bronze. You know that famous Nataraj bronze statue that was also made by Cholas. It's a masterpiece. Actually, we have already discussed about all of these things in the earlier classes. What about monuments architecture during the Sultanate period? Duration was from 1206 from 1526 AD. The Turks brought the architecture, and the beautiful thing what came into existence when Turks came, their architecture was the mixture of Indo-Islamic architecture because it was the blending of Hindu motifs and Islamic architecture style. For example, Qutub Minar, Kuwait ul Islam, they were built by Qutbuddin and Iltutmish. We have already discussed about it. Alauddin Khilji built Alai Darwaza. The architecture of the Tughlaq period is marked by the sloping walls. Uh, they use a very little ornamentation on their buildings because of the use of grey sandstone. They all made they have contributed a lot in this monumental architecture, beautifying the places, making beautiful gardens. We have very good, very beautiful example in front of us. The Lodi Gardens, very famous gardens in Delhi. The regional kingdoms were also influenced by the Indo-Islamic style. The Shargi ruler of Jaunpur built beautiful mosques. Ahmad Shah of Gujarat built the city of Ahmedabad. The Gol Gumbaz of Bijapur. See, look at the image here. I'll zoom it. See, this is the image. The Gol Gumbaz of Bijapur, made by Bahmani rulers. This Gol Gumbaz is this dome, is the biggest dome in Asia. Monumental architecture during the Mughal periods. Mughal period architecture is already very famous. We'll go through it first. So they were also great patrons of art and architecture, and their architecture was a combination of Hindu and Persian architecture style. So they made many mosques. Babur actually made three mosques. Uh, many have been disappeared, but three we have seen. So one is at Panipat, then another is at Sambal, and another one is at Agra. Humayun also built two structures, one at Agra and another is Fatehpur. Sher Shah Suri, he made Purana Kila, which is in Delhi. There were remarkable developments of architecture during the Akbar time. So he made three big, very huge forts at Agra, Lahore, and Allahabad. He made Buland Darwaza also. Now, when Jahangir came, Jahangir has also made beautiful things. And see this Akbar, it's kind of a museum, kind of a place in Sikandra, and this Etmad Dola, it's in Agra. It was built by Noor Jahan. It is one of the finest tombs uh, if you check out. Now, during this period, we had Shahjahan also, and Shahjahan, we all know that he made a very beautiful Taj Mahal. We'll talk about it. Shahjahan was very famous for his lavish display, rich and skillful decoration. The Moti Masjid at Agra, Jama Masjid, the Taj Mahal, beautiful work, beautiful work. So Taj Mahal is one of the seven wonders of the world, and it is made up of white, pure makbar marble, and it is decorated with lace work in marble, other stones, beautiful building. Must This is a must visit place if you ever get time. So there was also a peacock throne, which is another celebrated work of art. It is decorated with diamonds, emeralds, rubies, pearls. So not but there was one thing Nader Shah took it away in 1739 AD. Then Aurangzeb came. So Aurangzeb did not do much about it, but he made few things, and उनमें से this Bibi ka Maqbara at Aurangabad is famous. We'll talk about gardens now. Gardens were very famous at the time. If you go to any of the tomb or Taj Mahal or any of the tomb or historical place, you'll find beautiful gardens. We'll talk about two gardens here. In Kabul, Babur made Bagh-e-Wafa. Along the Yamuna bank in Agra, he built garden Bagh-e-Hisht. Akbar also made three important gardens, and see, he made one very beautiful garden at Sikandra, and one this Nazim Bagh garden, which is here in Dal Lake. Jahangir also made beautiful gardens. Shalimar Bagh at Dal Lake is one of the fine examples. Nishad Bagh by Asaf Khan, who was the brother of Noor Jahan. He also made 12 stepped terrace. Shahjahan built Shalimar Garden in Lahore, which is the the scheme of three terraces, each 5 meters above the next. Gardens during the time period of Rajput. Rajput also built large palaces which were filled with garden all around. So at Oka, Raja Bir Singh Deo built an elegant pavilion overlooking a garden. The Amber Palace was also built by Raja Man Singh, and it is also beautiful piecework. Other structures, hydraulic structures. These are the structures made for harnessing and conserving water, which is very important. Some of the best examples are found at Gujarat, Girnar Lake, Gujarat again, Devarai, Vijayanagar Empire, Bhopal in Bhopal, Jaisalmer, Udaipur, Ajmer, Uttar Pradesh, Patna, Rajasthan. This is it about this chapter. Go through each and everything, and I'll show you now beautiful images which I have gathered to show you. Just a second. Beautiful sun temple. See how beautiful it is. Lodi Garden. Brihadeshwara Temple. Rajeshwara Temple. How much effort they have put in making all of these temples. Panchayatan Temple. Beautiful Somnath Temple. Beautiful Dilwara Jain Temple. Madhudwala in Agra. The best Taj Mahal. So I've gathered these pictures. I hope you have liked all of these pictures, and I hope you have understood the chapter well. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next class.